Hello again and welcome back. My name's Annie and this is my creative detour. Today's full deck challenge day again and I'm trying to catch up. So the full deck challenge is run by Shana from ShanoukiArt and it's a challenge that you alter a playing card once a week for the whole year. And last week's card was a coffee card pouch. So I altered the card. It was the 10 of diamonds and I created a little pouch to put all my coffee cards in, well, my make-believe coffee cards in. So today's prompt is chaos, and I'm doing a little bit of a twist on chaos. I'm taking you on a bit of a trip, but we need to carry something over from last week's card. And I'm going to carry over the brad here, or the split pin. I may carry something else over, but I'll definitely carry the brad over. So let's get set up and I'll show you what we're working on. Okay, I've pulled out the 6 of hearts as the card, and my constant that I've got to carry over every week is paint swatches. So you can see I've got a Taubman's paint swatch here and it's called Red Alert. That's appropriate. And I've die cut out some hearts, as you can see. I've also heat embossed 2 with 6s and I'm going to use them on the card because I have to collage over the whole face of it, and I wanted to carry over the 6 of hearts somewhere, so I'm going to use them in a different way. As you can see, we're going to be doing a travel themed card. And you can see I've torn out lots of little pieces of maps. They're all of places in Europe. And I have a sticker here from Brisbane because we'll be flying out of Brisbane. And that's off of one of my husband's baggage labels that he just went on a trip with work. We're going to be putting together a map of Europe. Now, it's going to be not an accurate map of Europe. It's going to be a collage of all of the places that when we go to Europe next year to visit my son, of the places that we may or hope to go to. But at the moment, we don't have our itinerary planned. We only have, in the middle of the trip, we have a cruise booked. The front end of our holiday is not planned at all, and the back end of our holiday is not planned at all, and that's dependent on whether our son is traveling with us, whether he can get time off work, or whether we're just going by ourselves. So at the moment, I'm trying to plan and book in things without any real clarification. So the itinerary I'm trying to put together on the computer is chaos. So I thought that I would, do a collage of the chaos that's going on in my mind on the card. Okay, so what I've done, you can see that I've torn out little pieces of map out of an atlas, and what I'll do is I'll put the camera to some music and speed it up because I'm going to have to fiddle with these quite a bit to get them all sitting how I want them to sit, and you can watch me put together a very odd looking map. So make yourselves a coffee and sit back and relax, enjoy the music, and watch me try and make something out of the itinerary chaos. Okay, I've got all that glued down and you can see that the map is all over the place. I have Iceland coming down on top of Ireland, and I've got the UK in the background. Then to the left of that, we've got the Netherlands and Italy. Down the bottom here, we've got Greece. And top right, we've got Norway, and then Germany, Czech Republic. And we've got Switzerland, and we've got the bottom of Germany and Austria tucked in here. So it's jam-packed. Let's cut it down so I can see what we're working with, so that I can put on some split pins, and I'm going to put some thread on it as well. Okay, we'll cut it down and I'll fix any bits that are hanging over. So normally when we travel, I have everything booked and planned and organized well in advance, because for us, this may not apply to a lot of people that are watching from all over the world, but for us in Australia, it's a big deal for us to fly to Europe or to America, or go anywhere really, because we're so far away from everyone. And it's the same for people from New Zealand. You kind of are trying to plan and do as much as you can, because the airfares are very expensive to fly from Australia to the other side of the world. And you kind of want to do as much as you possibly can. And we tend to go for a decent amount of time too. So we tend to do a biggish kind of trip. You want to make it worth your while, because you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a ticket. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch holes in the places that I know or I think we're going to. So let's do the ones where I know definitely. We're definitely going to London. I'll pop a hole in that. I'm using a needle because I don't want the hole to be too big. I know that we're going to Germany. The places that we may be going to and traveling either with or without my son is Amsterdam, which I had to put Amsterdam over here, all the way away from where it actually is. That's okay, because the card is chaos. Hoping to get to Venice. I had to tuck Crete all the way over here instead of down here. So it's possible the cruise may go to Crete. We're looking at a cheap last minute cruise, because if you can pick them up cheap at late, well then they're worthwhile. All right, I've got lots of holes in here. It's sounding chaotic, isn't it? There's no way we can do all of those things. It's just not possible or feasible. We'll put some split pins in. We know we're definitely going to London. So let's put one in there. Okay, I have all of the dots on my higgledy-piggledy map, and the dots are the brads, or the split pins, that I carried over from last week. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to wind some thread, and it's actually bookbinding thread, so it's a little bit waxed. I'm going to wind it around the brads and weave it around in where we might be going to. So I'll do that, and I might speed up the camera a little bit and cut a bit out. Okay, so there we go. I've put the string onto it, or the thread onto it, and it looks like Traveler's Chaos to me. We're definitely not doing all of those things in 6 weeks, because it's not possible, but my problem is that I can't plan what we're doing, because other than the cruise in the center of our trip, I don't know where we're going before and after. So There we go. Let's now put a few other things on. I've got to finish the back. Look at the back. The back's a mess. Now let's press those down, and I'm going to do something on the back. I've got to stamp the date and put on our Brisbane sticker and baggage label, and we've got our hearts to go on our string, and maybe a sentiment of something. So I'm just going to put them down so that the string doesn't pull off. Now it looks like we're doing a lot, but my son, like I said, my son lives in Europe, so we'll be able to borrow a car, and we'll be able to stay with him for some of the time and then just catch trains or whatever. Now I have this scrapbook paper that I'm going to use, and it's got aeroplanes on it, and it's from Junkets, I think the brand. It's Destinations. So let's tear off a little bit of that and put some dates on the back. It is the 2nd of October today, and I'm running a little bit behind with my full deck challenge. I'm going to have to catch up. And I've picked a scrapbook paper to go over the top because it's a little bit thicker and the pins hopefully won't punch a hole in it. It's exciting planning holidays. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. It's nice to have you here. And to all my regulars, thanks for always coming back. I really appreciate it, and I love reading all your comments, encouragement. So thank you for that. But for the people that are new or who are visiting, you might not know, my husband and I, we love cruising. It's our favourite type of holiday to do. I'm just giving that a really good squeeze because those split pins are holding the page off. Okay, let's put our date on. That's good. Now let's put on our Brisbane sticker. Actually, we'll put our sticker on that is our baggage barcode so that we can claim our baggage. Okay, that looks good. And we want to put on Brisbane somewhere because we're flying in and out of Brisbane. Goodo. Okay, and we want to put on our heart. I picked the 6 of hearts as the card because we're going for 6 weeks and I love traveling. So does my husband. Probably not quite as much as me, but you know, we both love it. Okay, so let's put these on. I'll just tie a knot in them, and I'm going to back them with another heart. Need to have the 6 of hearts on there somewhere. Okay, I've waited for those to dry, those hearts. I have pulled out a sentiment and it says, "The journey is the destination." Look at that. That is a chaotic journey. There is no way that that is possible in 6 weeks, or even just possible for you to do it with the amount of energy that you'd have to have. It's a good reminder that we need to make the journey the fun bit as well. So I'm going to stick that on, and let's put a little bit of black watercolor around the edge of the card. I'll clear the decks and show you the card. Okay, here's the card. We have chaos, and we definitely have travel chaos, don't we? And planning chaos. And we have all of our countries all in the wrong location to fit them on the card. But I'm happy with how it turned out, and I'm getting more excited as I've done this. I'm getting more excited about going, and I realize that I really need to knuckle down and figure out where we're going and when. But I have used the 6 of hearts, the card, and die cut out some hearts out of my paint swatch, which is my constant, and I heat embossed some number 6s on it. I carried over from last week's card a split pin. You can see on this card here we have a split pin, and we've put on some flying information from Brisbane. So there we go. There is my interpretation of chaos. And we definitely won't be able to pull that one off. We need to pare it right back and simplify it. So let's add that one to the family. There we go. Thank you so much for watching me today. I really enjoyed playing with the prompt chaos today and found it a little bit challenging, but in a good way. So if you like the card and the story, give me a thumbs up. That'd be wonderful. And subscribe to the channel. And have a great weekend, everybody, creating something fun and new. And I will see you all very soon with another project. Thanks again. Bye for now.